This is Zanzibar, and this is the story of the revolution. In the People's Palace, the Council of the Revolution now rules where Sultan Jamshid and his ancestors used to reign. Above the Battle El Jaid, now as before the seat of executive government, flies the revolutionary emblem with the white vertical stripe for harmony of the People's Republic of Zanzibar. The revolutionaries have put the familiar white sports car of the Sultan Jamshid at our disposal, together with an armed guard. That big yellow building coming up on our left is the former headquarters of the ZNP, the Zanzibar Nationalist Party, the former ruling party, mixed Arab and African, led mostly by Arabs, now overthrown and declared illegal. That's where much of the fighting occurred in the early morning of Sunday, the 12th of January. The essential point to grasp is that there were two revolutionary plots and not one. There may have been more than two, but there were at least two. Plot number one was by the leaders of the Afro-Shirazi party. Probably not Abeid Kurumi, the party president, who is a cautious man. More likely by his deputy, Hanger, who is now vice president of the Republic. This plot was organized by politicians. It was supported by some at least of the leading politicians in Tanganyika. It relied on outside assistance and was backed also by some left-wing revolutionary Arabs. It was timed for a week after the actual coup. Plot number two was Okello's. This was exclusively African, had no assistance from the mainland, and although some of the conspirators, including Okello himself, had had minor party office in the Afro-Shirazi party, they included no generally known politicians. Okello did not trust anyone who was not a purebred African or any political leader. He got to hear of the date of plot number one and was pretty certain that the politicians between them would make a mess of it. He therefore struck 1 week in advance of the date of the other plot. Midnight. One of the opposition Afro-Shirazi politicians, now in the cabinet, is woken up in his house, a gun is pointed at his stomach, a bow and arrow at his head. He is told that the revolution is going off in 3 hours' time. He must tell the revolutionaries where they can find people who can work Zanzibar radio. 3 a.m., January the 12th. Okello personally knocked out an African sentry outside the armory at the Ziwani police station with his fist, grabbed the man's rifle in best commando style, then knocked out the next man. Thus the revolutionaries had guns and ammunition by 3:30 a.m. Virtually the game was over. There was no Zanzibar army and the police was disarmed. European police officers had recently been reduced from 26 to 6. Their chief, Commissioner Sullivan, rallied the remains of his force at the Malindi police station. He had one other European regular officer, 6 specials, and about 80 men. Between them, they had 5 rifles. They broke into a sports store, got tutus and shotguns. They let one revolutionary truck get right to the end of this bridge before intercepting it. The revolutionaries fled and the police won 15 more rifles, but they had still no reserve ammunition. The Sultan and his family had plenty of time in which to get away, which they did first on this small yacht and then on that larger one which was wireless back from Tanga. Why didn't the minister